I promised that I will be in Bahrain on the 24th of May, Friday. The location has been fixed. It's Hotel Rami Grand, opposite to Seif Mall. Those desirous of meeting me in Bahrain can contact my team at the WhatsApp number given below or drop an email at the email address given below. See you in Bahrain on the 24th of May.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to talk about what's happening in the market and briefly walk through that before I come into something interesting which I was reading in the Mint about Tesla. So if you see in the market today, the market has reacted negatively to some of the newses which have been floating around, and the stock market has been taking a beating, and companies which we have usually see doing very well aren't doing so great. And as I'm recording this video, the market is testing 22. So it might close below 22 or it might manage to stay above 22. Volatility index is up, and most of our favorite stocks, which we usually speak about, are taking a beating. So what do you do in this situation? Well, we've been saying for quite some time, Anand that is, and we've been listening to him where he's been repeatedly saying the markets are overheated, and if you have an opportunity, especially in stocks you've been in for some time and you have a profit of 100% or more, if not booking profit, at least consider removing your capital. And though we do preach in this channel and all our sister channels of being long-term investors, that we invest for value and we will stay invested for 10 years, 15 years, not everybody has a stomach for pain, right? We all want to be sparring in the UFC ring, but when we land a punch on our face and we feel the first inkling of pain, we recoil and we regret and we go running to the cage door and we say, please let us out of the cage. Sorry, it looked much easier when I was watching it on TV. It's true in markets too. And we're all human and we're susceptible to this kind of emotional rides, roller coasters. So to avoid this pain for you, Anand has been repeatedly saying, though he says, and yes, some of you who have been ardent fans of him have been saying, no, I'm not worried. I'm like Anand says, I'm here for the long haul. And then you see the ground shake and you see some movement and then you feel nervous, and then you immediately been telling trader Vinod, especially that some of you, that why didn't you press on me harder? Because when trader has been pressing, some of you have been replying back to him saying, no, we're okay. And then when some more movement happened in those stocks, understandably, you guys panicked, and then you were telling trader you should have told me more forcefully. So Anand has been doing a video in MoneyPechu, which you can see, where he's been very forceful and very clear without any ambiguity on where he stands with this market. So I strongly encourage you to see that video and digest all that information and take your time to digest all of that and filter out whatever you want and do accordingly what is right for you. Because this market, the way it is in the current political climate, since we're in an election cycle, will be going up and down and sideways as we continue throttling on closer and closer to the end of the election. It's been one of the longest elections we have had on the history of India. So it is something not used to some of you. Some of you are not used to these long election cycles. So it's going to take some more time for this election to come to a conclusion. And as of now, there seems to be really no clarity. It's like watching a T20 match. And when the first few overs were bowled, before the match, we had our match favorites. Then the first few wickets fell and the overs were bowled. And, now we're starting to see the predictor, as they say, moving around. And even now, nobody can really predict. Even the government or the opposition or any pundit can predict the actual outcome of this election. So please be patient and keep that in mind. This is what is causing this market to move up and down and sideways. There are some fabulous stocks which are out there, which Mr. Market seems to be ignoring, and usually they would appreciate these stocks in a good mood. But today, the mood being the way it is, Mr. Market seems to be avoiding any kind of stocks, even good ones. And I can understand that, especially the FII is not really cued into Indian ethos and Indian systems, would feel rather nervous from seeing it as a foreigner from the outside. So some of them have been pulling their funds out rapidly. So if you want to know the exact companies and what he's mentioned, please do see his video on MoneyPechu. He's mentioned actual companies for your recommendation, and keep an eye on that. And as far as the Japanese yen is concerned, we don't see any movement from the Fed. The Fed seems to have buckled down and hunker down, as they say, at the interest rate where we are at. And even if the Fed does do some rate reduction, you are not going to see it rapidly descending back to zero anytime soon, unless there's some huge, colossal mess that disrupts the global financial system, which can happen sometimes, but I don't see it right now. There's no trigger in that. Since there is no trigger in that, the Fed would be maintaining these interest rates for some time, and even with rate reduction, it will come to 2-3%, which is still very painful percentage points for people who are used to zero. So keep all that in mind when you are taking that into consideration, especially when it comes to dealing with gold. Even Mutut and these other guys have been taking a beating because RBI came out and said, we have mandated that anyone who wants a cash transaction more than 20,000 rupees is not allowed. It should be only below 20,000. Other than that, they should follow the norms of income tax, and they will come heavily down on this. The market reacted to that too. And other news that Mutut is raising money in the US through bonds, and they're offering payments in bonds. The market is wondering about that too. But fundamentally a sound company because they're based in gold. The business proposition they give Manappuram and Muthoot, their deal is with gold and with a gold base, and that's their staple. So fundamentally they're sound and safe. And if you see opportunities which you're happy with the price, you can consider these companies. Is what Anand feels. And I agree with that. So now moving on to the main topic which I want to talk about is the job opportunities drying up for Indians, especially in United States. The news came Tesla has laid off 16,000 employees and many face H-1B visa deadlines. And some of this has been very sudden and unexpected. People have gone to office and suddenly their entry cards have been deactivated, and some of them, poor things, have not got their visa renewals done, and they were in the renewal stages and things have been going awry. And it's been lighting up on social media platforms from LinkedIn to Twitter to Instagram, everywhere, of people feeling very desperate and feeling like they have in the middle of a nightmare and everything has gone topsy-turvy, as they say in the US. So be very cautious. If you are deciding to, take a loan, take any kind of guaranteed income-based movement, investment, or a proposition, or a job, or you're deciding to move to a new country, these are not the times to take it lightly. And I want you to pay attention to what you're doing, because even companies like Tesla are facing severe heat and they're laying off people by the droves. And one of the first things companies do, like Tesla and IT companies like Microsoft and Google, is lay people off when things are tough. This, coupled with what is happening in the realm of AI, is making the problem even more worse. In that sense that lots of jobs have become redundant and not required anymore. And those layoffs are also adding on to these new waves of layoffs which are coming due to economic pressures which are happening globally. So if you are in this scope, my sympathies are with you. We all offer our condolences and sympathies, and we wish you the best in that regard. And all of you who are aspiring to go there and who are aspiring, do remember the situation the world is in right now, and it is going to be a tough uphill climb for anyone who's right now currently trying to get into the US and stay employed there, especially with the H-1B visa. The internet is flooded with people who have been fired from Tesla, both migrants and US citizens, actively seeking new jobs. So even for local Americans there, the tech sector seems to be going through a massive shakeup. So kindly be aware of this, is what I wanted to share with you today as far as the news on Tesla is concerned. Other than that, be cautious out there, be careful out there, stay safe, and keep investing. And all things pass, including bad, severe storms, and things will change. But the point is to survive the storm. So find ways and means to survive the storm which we are currently undergoing, either locally or globally, depending on where you are. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.